So I don't have one of the thinner side seals to clean this, so I'm gonna use a hacksaw blade. I filed the burrs off of it, and I'm gonna spray I sprayed some carb cleaner into the corner seals and kind of rubbed that down a little bit, but I need to do these as well. And the way I mark these for build is I had the wife order me some paint markers, which it looks like it just came up with a carb cleaner. But anyways, I paint markered each one of these sides here, which I could always redo it, you know, but I paint markered each side. Once these are clean, I'm gonna take the side seals I have and you know, trim them down to length, and then I'm gonna mark them with the corresponding paint. And that way that each side goes in with each one. For this one, you know, white, like a limeish green, black. This side was red, white, and blue. You know, the red side was here, blue was here, white was here. This side, I didn't want to get confusing colors going. So this was like a brownish purplish. This was a hot pink and this was a yellow. And I'll end up wiping this off now since good old carb cleaner fucked it up. But this one was just the purple and then the darker green, but no color, because no color is a color, you know. It's a designation, that's all I was after. But I gotta get these sides here cleaned. I gotta get these here cleaned. I gotta get these cleaned in here cleaned. This has got a little bit of rust on it. I don't think that's gonna matter too much. I'm gonna get this around here clean, and I'm gonna keep the bearings in here the way they are. They're not too bad, but yeah. So the way the bearings look, they don't really show any copper, but they're a little rough, as you can see on the rotors here. So that's I got it designated the front one because I had front and rear designated. You got it, even though they're universal from the factory, you still have to designate them front and rear, so that way you don't fuck up this factory balancing. Because the rear one is balanced to the front counterweight, and the front one balanced to the flywheel, or your rear counterweight if you have a lightweight, if you have like a flex plate from the factory. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna end up doing, is cleaning everything out, and then I'm gonna end up keeping these bearings. And the whole point of this right now, sorry, I gotta get it to focus again. See, it's a little bit of scoring in there a little bit, but not that bad. The whole point of this is just to document the condition of this motor before I put it together. And then I'll get the keg I put together tore apart because I got to do some stuff to it, and I'll document the condition of that. On the rotor housings, I took an apex seal and, you know, did this, and there's daylight between the rotor housing and actual apex seal. So I've got new Rotary Aviation Classic apex seals. Got them for like 240 bucks for the seals, corners, the corners for the seals, and the springs, all the springs for like 240. So like not that bad of a deal off of eBay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the new apex seals, which should be straight, and I'm gonna run them along there on my video. But yeah, so I got to get this cleaned. That's the condition of the bearings in them. It's not too bad. And then these corners here, it probably ain't gonna focus. Pretty rusty, kind of crusty, but they're fairly clean. These as well, you know, you can kind of see in them, they're not all that wide out. They're just kind of dirty. They're a little wide, but I'm gonna run them anyway. This is just gonna be a beater motor. So